Hey, Mike here with Mike's Bags, and today I'm reviewing the Hurricane by Reynolds Bags. When I first saw Reynolds come out with this bag, it wasn't that long ago. I saw it, I read the description, I immediately knew what the materials were, and I was just, it sounded like a boring bag. It wasn't that flashy, and I just thought, it's not really a bag I want to do. I've seen these materials, I'm used to these materials, they've been used a lot, even though I like them, it just didn't get my interest up enough to make me want to get a set. So I kind of ignored the bags. And then I started getting messages from you guys, and I got quite a few over the last few months of, hey, if you review the Hurricane, you know anything about the Hurricane? Hey, I've looked at the Hurricane. So I was like, you know what? A lot of you are interested in it. Let me get a set so I can do a review and I can give you some more accurate information. So I grabbed a set, and let's go ahead and jump in the review, and I'll tell you kind of what I found out as I went along. First of all, the design, it's a typical Reynolds design. I've talked about this before. It's your basic design with the Reynolds name on there. The model down here, Hurricane. The back is the R with the crown on it. It's a great logo. It's a clean looking bag. It's nothing fancy. It's not going to wow you. When they first came out with this, they did have, I think it was like palm trees or something on the Hurricane. Still kind of basic, but it was fine. I say that, but Reynolds does also offer a custom option for like 20 bucks extra. You can get a custom design, get any design you want on there, and you can create your own. So that you can kind of jazz it up, make it a little more flashy if you want to. But all in all, it's basic Reynolds design bag. As far as the materials go, this slow side, this is the Surefire slow side. Same slow side as a Typhoon. It's a slow side that I've talked about a lot. A lot of bags use it, and for good reason. It's a great material. It's borderline overused at this point, but it's a great material. It's a 5-speed. It plays really well in most conditions, with the exception of when the boards get really kind of damp from humidity, then it just starts stopping and unplayable at that point. Other than that, it's great for fast boards. You can play on slow boards. It can do pretty much everything. This is why a lot of companies use it. So you got a 5-speed there on this fast side. This is your same as your Pro Advantage fast side. So you got the Typhoon slow, Pro Advantage fast. It's also the same as the BG Viking. A lot of carpet bags use this. It's a 7-speed material. It's a lot of your faster bags use it on their slow side. It's a great material. It's one of my favorite materials. It feels good in the hand. It's very soft. It's for 7-speed. It's still controllable, yet it's super hole friendly. So the two materials are great materials on here. They feel great together. They feel super soft. I love the way they feel. I love the way the bag feels. The one thing that did shock me was the fill. Reynolds usually uses that bead fill, and I'm used to it. I picked this bag and I was like, this doesn't feel like the same fill, and it's not. There's actually there's flat disc fill in here. I think it's a mixed fill. Again, I don't open the bags up. I'm just kind of going by what I can feel, and these are pretty thick materials, hard to really feel in there. But there's a few beads in there, but there's a lot of that flat disc, which is not a fill I was expecting from Reynolds. So I don't know how many other bags they use that on, if this is their new fill they're using going forward, or if they're just kind of mixing up. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But the fill did surprise me. I didn't expect that on this bag. Template, it's a standard kind of Reynolds template, that mid-size template. This is a pretty much medium fill bag. It's not super puffy. It's not floppy like a Typhoon. It's really kind of that sweet spot for your fill. It does have a little flop to it, not a lot. I think a lot of people are going to like the way the bag feels, the fill, the quantity, the flop on it. It really fits a lot of people's styles. As far as playability, we'll jump in here, and I've talked about these materials quite a bit, so I won't go too detail on it. The slow side, again, it's a type of material that you can play. You can play blockers you want to block. You can slow it down. You can put the blocker up there because this bag because of the fill in this bag, it's pretty easy to collect. It's not super floppy, so it doesn't bunch up. You can collect it pretty well. So I enjoy throwing blockers out there. Really easy to collect. I have mentioned that this slow side material here does tend to want to hang up on the hole occasionally, but even when it hangs up, it's really easy to collect. It's not like it's going to stick there, so it doesn't take much. You don't have to get super aggressive when you throw your next bag to collect it. The problem comes in more on your fourth bag. If you're not careful, the fourth bag will be up and stop. So a lot of times, if I really want to make sure the fourth bag goes in, I just flip it over, throw slick side on the fourth bag, because this slick side is controllable. It's also a bag that if you like to just run bags in the hole and slide them in, just put 4 bags in every time, you can do it with this material. Super easy to do. Or if you're a fast bag thrower, you can flip it over and throw this fast side. This 7-speed fast side is the slow side of a lot of those 7-9 fast speed bags. So you're probably pretty used to that, and you're used to throwing this material, which makes this great for blind draws, because if you partner up with someone who is a fast bag thrower, they're probably familiar and used to throwing this, so they won't have no issues with that. If you got someone who's a slow bag thrower, they can still pretty much manipulate this like you would a carpet bag to some degree. So all in all, it makes it very versatile for a lot of board conditions. I think it's a bag that if you're a fast bag thrower and the board conditions are getting crazy fast and you want to step down, this is a great bag to step down to. If you're a carpet bag thrower and the boards are just really almost too slow for carpet, this is a bag to step up to. Or if you're a carpet bag thrower and you're wanting to transition into non-carpet bags, this would be a great kind of transition bag to step into. And it's a good enough bag that it's not something you're just going to use for a while and get rid of. You can use it as you're transitioning, and then once you get to playing more non-carpet bags, it's still a bag you're going to use, right? This is material. This Surefire material and this Pro Advantage material are still used on some of the best bags out there right now. A lot of the pros, a lot of the elite players are still using these materials. So by no means this is a bag it's just for beginners or just for starting out. This is a bag for all levels of cornhole players. I will say, and I mentioned before, this slow side does have a little bit of a kick to it. And it's probably the one really, besides the humidity issue, that's probably the one really big issue I have, is it does have a kick. However, it is a consistent kick. And what I mean is a kick is just a cut. A cut shot and a kick are the same thing. Just a cut shot is intentional, a kick isn't. It's all about that bag having a little bit of tilt. If you're not throwing it perfectly flat, it's going to land a little bit on one edge or the other, and that's going to cause it to kick or to cut. So it's pretty consistent, and what I mean is by doing it the same every time, you can play it. So if you know I'm throwing this bag and it's going to kick, you can just adjust your landing spot, and it's pretty consistent, and it'll still run the same every time, and you don't have to keep messing with your throw. And it even helps you get around. If you can get used to that kick and turn it into a cut, you can work it for get around bags. Which leads me to, this bag is great for cutting. You can cut really well. It's full enough too. I think you could flop or roll it. I didn't really try, because again, that's not my type of game. I didn't really try, but I think if you're a flop or roll bag player, you can definitely do it with this bag. So all in all, it's a bag that I think can do a little bit of everything. And I didn't expect that, and I don't know why. Again, I knew the materials. I love these materials. I just read the bag, saw what it was about, and I was really bored. Like, it's not flashy, it doesn't stand out. And Reynolds is not known for flashy bags. I mean, the Typhoon was like the flashiest bag that came out in a while, and it's not really that flashy, right? But it was different from what they've been making. This is, again, a typical Reynolds bag. It's a high quality bag. It's a bag that you're gonna play well with, a bag you're gonna like if you get it. It's just not a wow bag out there, right? But I do recommend this. I think it's a great bag. I actually enjoy throwing this more than I thought I would. It's a bag that I probably will bring out from time to time and use. Maybe if I don't want to throw my Surefire or my Typhoon, or I've got somebody who doesn't like a floppy bag, and this is a great compromise between the Typhoon and a fuller bag. You've got this right here. A little slow side, but still basically the same type of bag, just a little bit fuller. So all in all, great bag. Availability, Reynolds bags are almost always available on their website. $60 for a set of these, which is the cheapest they can now sell with the ACL stamp, which this is ACL Pro stamp, if that matters to you. $60, the cheapest they can sell it, and that's what they're listed for. You're going to pay, $10-ish for shipping, taxes and all, $70, $75 to your door. Reynolds will get it to you pretty quickly. I order one within 3 days. They come to my house. Depending on where you live in the country, it may take an extra day or two, but they're really, really quick about getting the bags out to you. Custom orders, an extra $20, I think, for custom orders. And I ordered a set of custom bags on another set just to see how the process went. Extra $20. It took it 5 days instead of 3, so added 2 extra days to the process. Still crazy fast for bags. Reynolds has got it figured out on how to ship the bags, how to get them out to you quickly. They do a great job of that. So if you're looking for a set, check out their website. I think it's reynoldsbags.com, and I probably should look that up. Shouldn't speculate. Check out Reynolds' website, look it up, and you can get a set of the Hurricane on there. They come in a ton of different colors, so if you don't like the color, get a color you like, no big deal. I do recommend them. They're fun bags to throw. I think they're actually great bags. I think you're going to like them as well. So I appreciate your support. You guys are awesome, and I thank you so much for watching.